morning, everybody. Today's video, we are going to enjoy a little bit of a morning beach walk. Whenever I go to someplace, I always like to go and get up early in the morning and go walk on the beach. It's the best way for me to start a day. So we're gonna look here at one of the best beaches on Koh Kut. It's my favorite. I really enjoy this beach. We're gonna check out Klong Chao Beach, and we're gonna look around here and enjoy this little slice of paradise. So let's see what we see. So I get to the beach, I'm greeted by these two little dogs here. They were happy to see me. Wanted a little ear scratch. So here's the beach. This is where it starts on the far southern part. And it's about 1 kilometer long, and it's just this brilliant, brilliant white sand. We got a lot of rain last night, so there's a few leaves and stuff down on the beach, but that won't distract anything. Now there's 4 resorts right along here. You have Tinkerbell, which I think is this one, Wendy's, Peter Pan, and then Captain Hook is all the way at the north. Those are the 4 main resorts, and then there's a bunch of small little resorts and like homestays and stuff like that inland a little bit along the, there's like a canal that's all the way up at the north, and we'll see that when we'll walk all the way down there. Yeah, this is the busiest beach on the island, and it's not busy at all. I mean, if you come out here in the evening, there'll be maybe 100 people or so. Got a little fish going somewhere. You can see this right here is a really nice place. There's the little bungalows with some nice ocean views. This beach faces towards the west, so this has some fantastic sunsets. The sand is nice, the ocean is nice. Now, Koh Kut is, I think, the 6th largest island in Thailand, and we're all the way over here towards the maritime border with Thailand and Cambodia. You're about 50 kilometers or so off the mainland, so to get over here you have to take a ferry, and it's only a passenger ferry. There's no car ferries. Now it'll remind you, if you've ever been to Koh Chang, Koh Kut is in the same weather pattern as Koh Chang, so the vegetation will be really similar. It just has a really close feel to Koh Chang. This beach here reminds me of like a much quieter white sand beach. Or like, there's a beach a little further south of white sand that has a canal that comes in. Kai Bay Beach, I think, or something like that. Kind of feels like the same, real similar. But it is absolutely perfect this morning. It's about 28 degrees or so. There's no wind. It's just amazing. Oh, and I see one other person on the whole beach. So we got somebody out there jogging. What they've done is they've put a few places up here for like Instagram things. Everybody wants to do the Instagram shoots now. So they have these kind of like little tree houses. You probably can order dinner and stuff and sit out here. We got some of the palms. Yeah, this beach is lined on the backside with all these palms, and then it has those sea pines. So there's a little bit of shade. This white sand does get pretty hot when it's really, really hot outside. But you have the ocean that you can just jump in. I think this over here, this is Wendy's now. No, this is high season. So it's another one. And they have the beach bar. It's kind of cool what they did. They built this up here. So you have like a little tower that you can see out into the ocean from. Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find a better beach than this. This is really nice. If you're looking for like a party island, Koh Kut is not it at all. There's no real nightlife. It's kind of after the sun goes down. They have a couple places here, like Captain Hook down here at the end has like a fire show on every other night. And after the fire show, it's kind of time to go to bed. There's a little tiny night market that has like a bus band thing. They have like an old bus that they set up and they play some music out of. But the night market is quiet also. But you don't come here for that. You come here to walk around on the beach and enjoy this. There are like 3 waterfalls. There's a few other things to do other than come to the beaches. But most of the interior of the island is just jungle and lots of rubber. There's rubber trees every which direction. And some durian and bananas, just the normal stuff you see. Now getting over here to this island, you need to get to Trat, which is kind of the main town. It's a small town, it's not very big. It's the main town on this end of Thailand. You can drive a car over to Trat, you can fly from Bangkok. I don't know how much the flights are, or you can take a bus from Bangkok. And a bus from Bangkok is like 300 baht, and it takes like 5 hours. And like what a lot of people do is they come and they stay in Trat. When they first get over here, they stay in Trat for one night, and then they come over here the next morning. There's 4 ferries that bring you to the island. There's Sea Tran and Koh Kut Express and a couple others. And you can see how to get over here from my video, how to get to Koh Kut. I made a video of that, of how to get over here. So just check in my playlist and you can kind of see what to expect. The ferries range from 350 up to about 700 baht. But that's the hardest part, and then you have to get to this island, and you have to book ahead, I would say, because if the ferries are full, there's no way to get over here. So you have to wait till either the next day or however until you can get a ferry to the island. So come over here, like what I did is I came over here, stayed in Trat one night, looked around that little town, and then got to the ferry. The ferry terminal is about 30 kilometers away from Trat. You can take a Song Tao or whatever to get over to the ferry terminal, and then catch the ferry over here to the island. And they have hotel transfers from the ferry terminal here on the island to your hotel, because the ferry pier is on the east side of the island and all the resorts are on the west side. Makes it a little easier. Then once you get to your hotel, then you can rent a scooter or do whatever you want. Yeah, I think this is the last resort here. This is the Peter Pan. You can see they got the sun chairs. Here's their little restaurant. And over there's the lifeguard area. Got a little dog wanting to scratch. And some other people that are here on the beach. So a couple ladies out enjoying it and a couple more down there. So a total of 5 people walk the whole length of the beach. Now the tide is on its way out right now. So high tide is up here to about this stump. And then low tide, there's probably 150 foot of sand. low tide is amazing. You have so much sand, and over here all these like new little islands pop up out here that are made out of sand. And this is where the lifeguards are at down here on this end of the beach on the north side. You'll see them out here playing volleyball or doing whatever. Now there's about a dozen or so beaches on this island. They're all on the west side. And there's different states of like the sand quality on them. Some of them are a little rockier, some of them are just powder white sand. And then there's like little tiny beaches, and then there's like the longest one is like Tapao, something like that. It's the longest beach on the island. So we have this tree here is kind of down. It's still alive, but it's kind of fallen over. Looks like they've cut these others, so they're doing some remodeling. This is the Peter Pan, and this is where they do the fire shows. I actually didn't make the fire show this year on this beach. A little disappointing. I like to see the fire shows. And this is almost up to the north. There's a canal that comes in. We'll see the little canal. This is the little Klong Chao. Looks like we got a local going up the little river. You can see the sun is just trying to get up over the hill over there. And all of this becomes little islands out here whenever the tide is completely low. And when it's high tide, you can still kind of walk around out here. That's kind of cool. A couple of the little places still are up above the water. You can kind of wade. And what's really cool about this is these hotels have little canoes. Like you can see the Peter Pan Resort, they have all the canoes and stuff. And we're staying up here at the Khlong Chao homestay. And if you're looking for a nice place, it's a cool little like local ran hotel. They've kind of converted their house into probably like, I don't know, 12 to 15 little bungalows. And we rented got a little canoe from the hotel, and then we came down here and paddled all through here, these mangroves, and it was really, really nice. And on the river, especially when we got down here, there was like, I don't know, about 40 little canoes. Everybody had the same idea. So you can see over here, there's a little tiny place where they land the big boats, like the big barges, and they land them right over there. And that's the main road back behind. You can see those flags over there. And then there's a little resort over there. I don't know the name of it, but there's one more that's all the way to the farthest north point of this little beach. You can see that this just all is this kind of sandbar here, and the channel is on the backside around where the boats have to navigate. But this is cool. You can paddle right up the little canal and come out here onto the beach, and then you can get out here and take some pictures, walk around, pick up some shells. Even though there's not a lot of shells on this beach, it's mostly just this sand. There's not really any coral or shells. It's just this brilliant white powdery sand. So I see a total of 8 people now out on this beach. So it's getting crowded. 8 people on a kilometer-long stretch of sand. In the evenings, you'll see the most people out here. Everybody will come out here and take pictures of the setting sun. Now, whenever I go to these beaches, I always have people ask me about like sandflies, and I actually read about sandflies being bad here on this beach. But we've been here for 4 days and I haven't been affected by them at all. I don't know if it's maybe luck or what, but I don't know. There's people ask me like, does the coconut milk help on the bites and to keep the sandflies away? And I really don't know. Sometimes I'll get bit, sometimes I won't. This trip here they didn't bother me at all. The mosquitoes come out pretty bad in the evening, so bring some mosquito repellent because they will carry you off. Because there's so much jungle, there's lots of mosquitoes here. So if you're sitting out at a restaurant or whatever, spray yourself down. You'll thank me later for that. Yeah, I love coming out here early in the morning and just walking around. It's a great way to start your day. Two other ladies over here doing their posing. She's still in her robe. When the Instagram photos are calling, you gotta, no time to change. Yeah, it looks like the sun is almost up now. Yeah, there's no real good spot on the west side over here to see the sunrise. All the beaches are on the west. So, I don't know, maybe you could go over to the fisherman village and see the sunrise if that's what you want to see. I like to see the sunrise on the beaches, but over here they're all in the west, so you only get the sunsets. It's okay. I don't have any issues with that. You can still come out and enjoy these beaches in the morning. I can't tell you how nice this water feels. It's probably the exact same temperature you would take a shower, and the sand is just absolutely perfect. On the far north side is the only little bit of rocks, and it's maybe just a little tiny bit. There are little pebbles and a few shells. The rest of it is just all sand. Now, I did a video that's like the top 4 beaches here on Koh Kut, and you could take a look at it. No surprise, I put this as my favorite, so I think it's kind of that way for everybody. This is kind of the tourist center on the island, so you do have the biggest crowds and the most people over here. But you know, you have these nice resorts. There is like a 6-star super luxury resort up to the north, Sonalia something, and you can't even get up there to it. I don't know if there's a beach. I'm sure there's a beach, but they have security blocked off to where you can't even go up in there. And I guess there's a private airstrip. That's a small little island that they've made into an airstrip, so rich people from Bangkok or wherever can fly here and then go stay at that resort. I think it only is like 100,000 baht a night if you want to stay there. So if you want to spend $3,000 for a room for one night, if you can afford it, then good for you, I guess. Me, I'm staying in the $30 a night. And accommodations are a little more expensive here on the island than what you'll run into in Koh Chang. There's just not as much selection. And a lot of the places close during low season. So if you come here during low season, some of them are just completely closed. They'll close down for, you know, the whole rainy season, and they'll leave, and then they'll come back the next year and open up. The big resorts will stay open, but some of the smaller little homestays. That's going to finish up a little morning walk here on Klong Chao Beach. This is absolutely fantastic. I can't think of a better way to start a day than to get out here and walk around on a beach like this. You get the blood flowing, and it's just so nice. This beach is one of the best you'll find. It's completely off the radar. Not too many people know about Koh Kut. It's a small resort area. They've kept it kind of, you know, kind of quiet. It's not as developed as places like Koh Chang. And you're not far away from Koh Chang. And this whole island here is about half the size of that island. It's the 6th largest island in Thailand. And it's just relatively unknown and unspoiled, which is nice. If you want peace and solitude, this is definitely the place to come. Well, I've enjoyed this a lot, so hopefully you guys have also. If you have, smash the like button and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you've been to this beach, if you have any questions, let me know. Ask me in a comment down below. Or if you have any questions on how to get to Koh Kut, ask me that also. And if you're new to my channel, then stick around and subscribe, and then you're notified when I post a new video. I post a lot of content, so if you want to know about a bit of my travels, then stick around and you're notified when I post a new video. So anyway, from over here at Klong Chao Beach at Koh Kut, remember guys, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.